Hello, I am here answering the questions posted this week for our July 4th Ask Clara thread. Happy July 4th if you celebrate that. And I have a really great question here from Heather, and I'll read it out. Thank you, Clara, for the membership call. I love the Ascension model, which is something we covered during our coaching call earlier this week. And she asked, I'm curious as I move forward on a few of the ideas. I wonder what order I should do things, meaning do I develop from the bottom up or top down so that when something is built, all I have to do is create the funnel for people to purchase, or warm them up and let them know when new products or services are ready. I've been doing it a while, all a bit willy-nilly as needed. I'd love to have some more structure and be more organized. Thanks. So what Heather is referring to is we covered an Ascension model for how you can organize your digital products. You can check that out in the coaching call for July 2nd. And in it, I had shared this graphic about how you can organize your products across different levels, from entry-level products down on this bottom three, accelerator products, and then premium, more service-based products. And Heather actually uploaded her notes and graphic for how she's starting to organize her products. By the way, Heather, thank you for doing that. It looks great. I love that you have so many ideas already across your different audiences. And to answer your question, I created this quick graphic to help you decide what order you want to develop your products. And to put it simply, there's really two ways for you to prioritize your Ascension model. So the first way on the left is I recommend focusing on top level offers when you need cash flow. If in the next 30 or 60 days you really want a cash injection into your business, then typically focusing on developing a top level offer is the way to go, because those are typically your higher ticket items. That would be one-on-one coaching, or maybe a special event that you're hosting, something that's higher ticket within your business. And this typically works when you already have an engaged audience to sell to. And in your case, Heather, I believe that would be your lettering audience, because you already have an email list of those folks for lettering and they're already pretty engaged. You already have some really top fans that probably will sign up for anything that you put in front of them. So that's a really good indicator that you could focus on getting cash flow with a top level offer. This also works well if you already have experience setting up sales funnels, which it sounds like you already do because you've got many courses under your belt. So for you, it's not that you have to learn to put together a sales funnel. You can likely duplicate or replicate a funnel you already have existing and just insert a new top level product offer at the end of that funnel. This also works well when you already have clarity on what product you want to offer. When you had posted that graphic of your essential model, it sounds like you are either very clear or you're close to being clear on what you would include on, let's say, a personal event or a personal coaching type product. So if you want more cash flow, go from the top level and then you can work your way down, filling in the other items. On the flip side, I'd recommend focusing on lower level offers if you want to focus more on audience growth. You called it appreciative inquiry. I believe this is the audience that you mentioned had the most potential for growth. If we take that as your priority for the next 30, 60 days, you're focusing on audience growth. And that typically works well when you have a new audience to target. It also works well if you have existing nurture content that you can start giving to your new audience. So let's say you already have some blog posts or lead magnets or other articles that you can link to nurture this new audience when they join your email list. That's a really good indicator to go from the bottom up. And also, this method works well if you just need more time to develop a top level product. You could be using this time actually to, let's say, poll or survey new subscribers to your list to see what would they really want and pay for if you're going to offer something higher ticket to this audience. Again, what's high priority for you right now? Is it the cash flow or is it audience growth? One other tip I have is if you do decide, let's say that you want to focus on getting more cash flow, which means you'd focus on your top level of your Ascension model and then work your way down. I just recommend staying focused on working your way down and filling this model out before switching to trying to build another Ascension model for another audience. just so that you're not having to context switch too much between different audiences or just like splitting your focus across different efforts. Because you might be tempted to do a little bit over here or then do a little over there. In my experience, the momentum is faster when you just focus on one essential model at a time. Let that be your focus for the next month or two, and then you could switch gears and focus on your audience growth and put all your efforts towards that. For me, you'll actually see that I'm focusing on this path of my essential model where I'm focusing on audience growth because I'm trying to grow my membership, and I'm able to do that because right now cash flow is not an issue for me since I'm getting enough from my other retainers and other client work. But for those of you listening to the replay, if you don't have consistent income coming in from clients or other types of product sales, then maybe that is when you focus more on the cash flow route rather than the audience growth route. So Heather, I hope that helps. And once again, thank you for sharing your graphic to the Facebook group. I can't wait to see how you further develop those ideas.